What do you love most about dance? I think the ability of transformation. First of all, I think that a person is completely liberated of any form of internal or external censorship, self-censorship or political censorship. We don't watch ourselves anymore. When we stop looking in the mirror, we just dance and we just express. And I think this is a very seductive, very attractive part of dance practice. We don't see ourselves anymore. We see what we're trying to convey. This is one thing. And another thing is the incredible visual transformation of a character that you see with a performing dancer. For example, very often I noticed, especially with onstage performance, people say that, I didn't imagine a ballet company performance like that. It's much more real, much more immediate. It's not so abstract and not cold. Because in the presence of a performer, you feel the energy, and this is what I think people are relating to. Transforming from a reserved to introverted to shy person in real life into a daring, bold, fiery ball of energy within a performance is this almost magical transformation that dancers go through. And this is not about how you look, but what you transmit, rather, that touches the person most. My very first dance, the way I remember, was actually on ice and not on the Harlequin floor in a dance studio. I was sent to train in competitive skating. Part of the curriculum was rhythmic gymnastics and ballet, expressive dance and ballet, which was a side bonus dish on the menu of the studies, as opposed to the main physical training, which was quite exhausting. So the very first time I was given a chance to dance, I remember I immediately dissolved myself into it, and this feeling in the studio of being able to move freely, of feeling the floor, of dancing not on blades but actually on your feet, and being in a line with other girls, and being able to transmit the emotions. I think that this euphoric feeling of being able to communicate without saying a word and without watching what you say was absolutely amazing and very liberating. Even for a small child, I felt very connected to the dance for this particular reason. It's only later, when I was studying dance and I continued my studies, I realized that this is the universal feature of the dance that attracts dancers to committed practice around the world. Being able to touch, to express emotion, to express your feelings, your thoughts, ideas, without saying a word in a given language. Being able to touch a person from a completely different background, age, touch it immediately. This presence and this ability to touch, I think, what really got me in. What do I love about ballet and tango? In itself, they're very, very different. In ballet, you carry your own weight. You do have partner work, and you depend heavily on your partner. You have to trust fully, because obviously if he doesn't hold you, there's an injury. Tango, in contrast, is a social dance where you share your center of gravity and equilibrium with your partner. Ballet is the contained energy that you transmit from within yourself, and tango would be the energy that you create together with your partner. It's this joy of sharing the connection. dance, in its essence and its soul, is a continuation of the person who is performing it. Dance is a dynamic beauty, it's not static. And I think dance reflects the trajectory of a given life. To give you an example, growing up in Russia, I was exposed to a lot of classical dance. We had this huge amount of talent from across the post-Soviet space coming and performing in Moscow. That was possible to see from the very early age and to be able to pick on the new developments and what is considered to be pure artistry of it. Later in life, I've moved, and my ability to relate to people in a new country without knowing the language, without knowing a person in a city, would always be taking a pair of heels and going to tango, because I would meet people who were willing to have at least a small talk with me, being polite, friendly, open-minded and curious about where I come from and what kind of dance do I dance. That was hugely helpful for me as I changed countries later in life. In London, I was very grateful and very humbled by the ability to perform on professional stage in productions with professional ballet companies, already being an adult, because there, I think it's a unique place that attracts lots of talent, but it also has big performance spaces. So that was absolutely amazing experience to continue and being able to dance well beyond the official lifetime span of a regular dancer. Flamenco was different. Flamenco was purely based on emotion and a personal affection towards Spanish-speaking cultures. I would always say that was a travel pass. Dance was always a travel pass into a new culture, and being able to fit into the new social fabric relatively easily, because you meet people from all sorts of backgrounds and walks of life at a dance studio, at a performance, at a concert, and to me, it's the ability to connect.